Hello, welcome to the Mad Batter channel. My name's Chris. If you find this video interesting and or useful, perhaps you'll consider giving it a like and possibly subscribing to the channel, which will be a great help. Many thanks. Those of you who saw my recent video about the Luminar NeoHDR extension will recall that when I took 3 bracketed photos which had been shot handheld, so there was some slight movement, and put them into the NeoHDR extension, the resulting file showed some signs of movement, i.e. the alignment wasn't perfect. You can see here down the edge of the window there's some sort of smudgy black colours, whereas when I did merged in Aurora or Lightroom, the pictures were pin sharp. This is obviously something of a concern, and so I thought it would be sensible to look a bit more closely into this to ensure that this was a one-off rather than a problem with the extension itself. So what I did was to take a series of test brackets, as you can see here. The first 3 are a bracket with the camera locked down on a tripod, so there was definitely no movement at all. The second 3 were with the camera on the tripod, but after the first shot I rotated the camera slightly to the right before taking the second, and then panned it slightly upwards before taking the third. And then finally a third set of brackets which was taken handheld, where I wasn't too careful about preventing any movement. Each set of brackets was taken into the HDR merge extension twice. The first time with auto alignment and ghost reduction switched off to see what that would produce, and then the second time with auto alignment and ghost reduction turned on. So there are 3 sets of brackets, each taken in twice, so that's 6 resultant HDR images, which you can see here, which I've labelled no movement, no alignment, movement, no movement but aligned, tripod movement, no alignment, tripod movement aligned, and then handheld movement not aligned and handheld movement aligned. And we can now examine these images. So here's the first merge image taken with the camera locked down on the tripod and with the auto alignment switched off. As you can see, and as you would expect since there's no camera movement, the picture is pretty pin sharp all over. Now if you moved to the aligned one, this is where auto alignment was switched on. Again, it's pin sharp and there's essentially no difference except for a little movement in the leaves, as you can see up in the top here. So that's probably entirely as you would expect. So now moving on to the second set of brackets, where although the camera was locked on the tripod, between each of the shots I moved it deliberately to see what would happen. This is the merge with auto alignment switched off, and as you can see the movement clearly shows through in the final image. Now repeating the merge but with auto alignment and ghost reduction turned on, you can see that the image has come out pin sharp. So that suggests that the auto alignment feature does indeed work properly. So now moving on to the handheld movement set of brackets. This is the result with auto alignment turned off, and again you'll see the movement shows through in the image. It's pretty blurred. And now this is the merger with auto alignment and ghost reduction turned on, and the image is pin sharp, which suggests again that the alignment feature of the HDR merge does indeed work. So I'm a bit at a loss to explain why in my previous video the NeoHDR extension produced a rather blurry image. As shown here again, you can see down the windows and all funny artifacts along here which we didn't get with the Lightroom image nor with the Aurora image. All very strange. So I ran the test again with the Neo extension. This is the result I got. Again, as you can see, this is pretty sharp, and there's none of these funny blotches down here. There is a very slight line here in the window, but generally this is a sharp image. So I can only assume that it's something about this set of particular bracketed images which for some reason caused a problem last time but hasn't this time. I can't imagine it's anything to do with the updating Luminar Neo to version 1.3.0, so I guess it's just one of those things. But on the basis of these tests, I think I can put you at ease by saying that the Neo HDR extension with auto align ticked does generally produce sharp images even where there's been a bit of movement. Hopefully you found this useful, and thanks for watching.